Polymorphism. What is a polymorphism? And let me share my screen. Okay, any idea, guys? What is a polymorphism? I think most of the OOPS languages support polymorphism. So, what is a polymorphism? Anyone? Ramya, Vignesh, or Chandu, GK? Anyone? What is a polymorphism?
It's like a single name you can do with a multiple tasks or something.
Yes, single name. We can do a multiple forms. Yes, polymorphism. Poly means many, forms forms means many forms. It is a Greek. Polymorphism means many forms. It looks like a single, but it'll act differently in the different situations. Let's take an example. Polymorphism. Polymorph means many forms. Okay, so where are the many forms in Java? How we will implement this? How we will do polymorphism? And this polymorphism only will call, some people will call a binding also, static binding.
Sorry to interrupt you, Ravi.
Yeah,
Are
go
you
ahead.
sharing anything?
No, oh, okay. Are you able to see my screen? Are you guys able to see my screen?
Now, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, guys. Sorry for that. Polymorphism means many forms. How we will achieve this many forms in Java? So we will achieve this with two different ways, like a static binding, dynamic binding, or static polymorphism, dynamic polymorphism, or compile time binding or runtime binding. These are all of the different kind of words for the same polymorphism. We will see how we will achieve the polymorphism. The polymorphism will achieve over method overloading. Overloading. Ideally, it's overloading. It can be method overloading. It can be operator overloading. Operator overloading. And how you will achieve runtime polymorphism? Runtime polymorphism like overriding, and one is a overriding, and other way is to achieve dynamic polymorphism is, you can say, runtime polymorphism. I'll show you what is a runtime polymorphism. Runtime polymorphism. Okay, the runtime polymorphism. If you guys have seen that the parent class referring child object, that we'll see in detail. Now, what is a method overloading? What is a method overloading? Most of the languages, C++, most of the guys are working C++. C++ supports the method overloading. What is overloading? A method a method signature name looks similar, and there is a small, slight difference in the signature. Let's take an example. Public void add. Let's assume it is adding some to values and it's not returning anything. It's just printing there, then and there. And there is a method called public void add. It is expecting one parameter to do some operations. There is no semicolon, guys. There is no semicolon. Okay, and let's assume there is a other method called public void add, which is expecting a float type of variable. This method's name is same, method name is same, but it is acting one place. It is not taking any parameters. One place it is taking one parameter, that is a int type parameter. Another place it is taking a float type parameter. The method name is same, but number of parameters are different and parameter type is different, and it may act differently, it may behave differently, and it may behave differently, and it may behave differently. Clear, guys? Are you able to follow me what I'm trying to explain? So this is called method overloading. Are you guys able to follow? Okay. So the method name is same, but that depends on the parameter list or depends on the parameter type, it may act differently. When I go ahead and call, I have created an object called, let's assume emp, and emp dot add. When I say emp dot add, it will get called by this method. When I say emp dot add by passing some value, it will get called by this method. If I say, if I pass some float value, it will get called by this. Clear, guys? There are multiple methods with the same name, and but that different type of parameters and parameter list. Number of parameters also matters here. Okay, and parameter type and parameter list is matters. Let's take an example. This is our project, right? Let's take an example. Create a class demo. Create a package. I'll just show you a simple example. Let's assume I have a method called add. This takes only one parameter, and we'll just print void. He will take one parameter. He will take two parameters. He will take different type of parameter. He will take he will take different type of parameter list. He will take one more method, type of the parameters, the order of the parameters. If you see here, see here, guys, it doesn't matter the return type. Your polymorphism is totally depends on the parameter type and a parameter list. And it's not like, suppose I have a int, I have a float and int, right? Let's assume that if I try to write on another method with a different return type, the signature is different. The signature looks different. What is the signature? This complete public method name, including the return type and the accessibility, complete I can say this single line complete till here we call as a method signature. But here the it looks like a method signature is different. Like here void is there, here int is there, but in this way we cannot achieve the overloading. When we talk about the method overloading, we are talking about the parameter list and parameter type, not the return type. Return type can be different, but return type should be we but depends on the return type. You cannot say it is a we have overloaded the method, or not only return type. We cannot say like let's assume that we have int here, we have a private here. We cannot say like that. It looks method signature looks different. Here also looks different. This is public and this is private, and this is void and this is int. But this is add and add. It is both are taking integer type. But when we say method overloading, when we say method overloading, it is we are talking completely about parameter type and a parameter list. Clear about this, guys? This is very much important. These are the rules. When we are overloading, only the different type of parameters we have to give. The parameter list, different type of parameter list we have to give, not the return type and accessibility. Clear, guys? Are you guys able to follow me? Could you please respond whether you guys understood or not? I'll just, if you guys understood, we can go ahead and continue with other. Let me take if I have any other example. This is dynamic polymorphism. We'll see the dynamic polymorphism in detail. Okay. Okay. Great. Now let's see. This is method overloading, right? Let's see operator overloading. Operator overloading. What is operator overloading? The same in this method only. If I try to do addition, by guys here you can write your own logic. It can be depends on the parameter list and depends on the parameter you are taking or depends on the return type you are giving, and he can give it here. It will take, but you should not have the same type of same same type of arguments. Same type of arguments. Okay, you can return something, but if I go ahead and write the same parameters with a void or with some other return type, it will throw exception. It will throw compile time exception. Okay, the business logic you guys can implement. Now let's see operator overloading. Let's take an example of two operators. One is plus and minus. This when we gave a two operand. What is operand? If you're doing 10 plus 20, the 10 and 20 we call as operands, and plus is the operator. 10 and 20 are operand, plus is the operator. Plus is a symbol. We'll call as operator. But other two, for left side and right hand side of the operator, we'll call as operands. The same way you can have a plus b. A and b are operands and plus is the operator. Right? When I use the operator, the plus operator for now numeric type of variables, like a numeric type of data, it will add them. It will do addition. Arithmetic operation it will do. When I do a plus symbol for Hadoop, it will give Java Hadoop. Here it is concatenating, but here it is doing a addition or summing two values. Let's see the same example. The printing. the same operator if I do for, see, I'm just trying to print them. Let's see. When I say sum of I plus j, it is summing the, I mean, or it's adding the two values. Or when I say same for first name and last name, when I use the same operator, it is concatenated. Concatenated means clubbing together, clubbing two values, two strings, two characters. It can be characters, it can be string, right? So different, the same operator, but depends on the type of the parameters, type of the operands. It is type of the operands. It is acting differently. When you pass a two integer values or two numeric values, it is doing a summation. When you pass two string type of values, it is concatenating. The same way for the minus as well. When I use a single operand in between, when I use a single operand, it is represent the negative value. It is represents a negative value. But when you use the two operands, it will do the subtraction. The single operator only doing a two different type of behaviors. So this is called operator overloading. And we can say equal symbol and equal equal. Same operator equal, it is single equal is assigning and double equal for comparison. Clear guys? Are you guys able to follow me? Any questions? If you're not able to follow,
Yeah, Vera. So, one question. I
yeah, go
mean,
ahead. Go ahead, Vignesh.
maybe it's just like a silly question. I'm not sure, but like you are saying this operator overriding, right?
Mm-hmm.
As part of the C, there is no operator overriding, right?
In this
There is no concept of overriding in C.
overloading, not overriding. Overriding is something different. One second, Vignesh. One
So,
second, please. 1 second, please. My kid crying. Sorry guys, my kid started crying, so her mom is not there. Okay, go ahead, Vignesh. You are asking me something like operator overloading, right? Vignesh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Veera, I'm sorry, I'm talking mute.
Okay. It was
So,
operator. You were talking about operator overloading, right?
yeah, I mean, so the operator overloading is nothing but like, see, if an operator, right, if you
Okay.
take the plus plus or minus minus, the actual behavior is it will increase one value.
Correct. English
If I want
pre-implemented.
to increase 10 at a time, if, when you use plus plus, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have feeling that, I mean, that is an operator overloading.
No. See. Okay. What you're trying to explain here. See, single operator overloading or function overloading, method overloading. What it is means. Overloading means single operator or single method is behaving differently when we pass a different kind of parameters. See what you are trying to say
Okay.
here. Plus plus. The plus plus will what it will do? It will increment one value. It will increment
Yeah,
one value.
that's the actual functionality.
Yes, actual functionality. But when I say a plus, the plus symbol when I use for the if you take this for string type, I'm using when I use it for the string type, it is giving me a different kind of value. It's also operate. Oh, it's also overloading, right? Because when I use a plus symbol for the numeric type, it is giving me a some I can say addition some values or adding two values depends on the type it is acting. See, when I say method overloading, what I'm doing depends on the type of parameters or different depends on number of parameters I'm passing, it is acting, right? The same way here, the operator what it is doing passing difference depends on the operands or depends on the parameters you're passing to that operator, it is acting. So that is what I'm trying to compare here.
Okay, okay, Vera, that's fine.
So yeah, this is about overloading. We will see what is overriding. So anyone has any other doubts about this? Uh, Chandu, number four. Could you please repeat what is that? Okay, fine. So now, can we overload a main method? I'm giving a question to you guys. Can we overload a main method? We written a main method here. Can we overload a main method? Uh, okay. Money knows. Chandu no. No. Answer is yes. We can overload any method. It's what is the difference between main method and other methods? Everything is a method, right? So any method can be overload. This method, let's say I'm going to write a main method. I'm going to overload a main method. Instead of passing string, I'll pass int. Instead of passing int, I'll pass something different type. The same parameter only, but instead of passing array of values, I'm passing a single value. No, no, no. It can we can have a multiple main methods in a class, but if the signature matches with the what is the JVM knows, the JVM knows public static void main string which will take array of values. That is a signature only JVM knows. If you write your own main method by overloading by using different type of parameters, different type of parameter. These methods JVM will not call. JVM doesn't know while compiling or while running. You have to call explicitly. Let's assume that I'll call from this main method. Let's see. If you want to call a static methods, you can directly call. We don't need object because these are the static methods. If you want to call this int type of arguments, you should have an int type array of integers, right? Is already there. Let's say awk. Now main just pass awk. Okay, and we'll try to print here awks of 0, awks of 1, awks of 2. Okay, and let me call main passing do. Can print here awks, and you can call one more main. We have only two mains, right? Yeah. So if you overload a main method, you have to call explicitly. The JVM will not call them. Those method has to be called by ourselves. Explicitly we have to call them. Let's try to compile this program. This is overloaded main, which is that this one. And the second statement is printing what are the values we pass here 10, 20, 30. It is added all of them. And other one is the other main is we have passed the Hadoop and it's printed a Hadoop. If you didn't call them explicitly, let's check whether the JVM will call them or not. We have called explicitly, it is given me some results. Now we'll call explicitly. Will not call now. Will not call explicitly. Let's check whether JVM will call or not. If our JVM will not call them. Because the JVM doesn't know what are they. Even though name is main, but it is not matching the defined signature which has the JVM. JVM has one signature. The signature is not matching here. Here it is integer and here it is string or it can be something else. Clear guys? Money is clear and Chendu? Okay, good. So let's see overloading. Let's see our overloading. What is the overloading? Sorry, overriding. Sorry, overriding. We have seen yesterday inheritance. Let me type an example. Overriding means whatever the parent class has when you have a has a relation. Sorry, easy relation. When you have a easy relation, when you're trying to access a behavior of your parent, when you're trying to access a behavior of your parent and you overriding that behavior with your changes, the behavior name is same but you are adding your own behavior to that method or that behavior, that's called overriding. Let's have an example. Oh, it's not supposed to be in that section. It's supposed to. Okay. Here, let's have a class when I have taken int id of the pen, string, color of the pen, and we have a void. Let's have a class, it's a ball pen extends. Okay, he has his own id, he has his own color, and he has his own behavior. What he's trying to do, he's overriding a parent behavior. How will achieve that? We'll say he's overriding. If you overriding, we'll use this keyword annotation called override. What it will do override means whatever the behavior is there in the parent, the behavior will get overridden by our child behavior. The behavior will be overridden by our child behavior. Let's see. I'm going to create a pen object, which is a ball pen, which is representing new ball pen dot dot. I say writing what it will print. What it will print? Any guesses, guys? We have seen already inheritance. So now I said ball pen dot writing. Which method will print? The method of the pen or method of the ball pen? Very good. Let's try. It's writing ball pen. We have overridden the parent class method. You may get a doubt why has used overridden keyword. Let's remove this and try. Still, it is calling a ball pen. There is a slight difference. I will tell that when it comes to uh, the the point. At present, you just remember it's a readability. You can easily readable when you have a override. When you have this override, you can easily understand. Okay, this method is there in the parent class. He is overriding here. It is more. It is telling that more readability. It is easily you can say by looking at the signature of the method with the annotation. It's called annotation. Okay, it is indicating that or it is telling that your parent class has this method and the child class is overriding it. And what is the thumb rule? Let's assume The same method I have here by taking one parameter, and let's assume I don't have this. Can I override? No. Can I give here float? No. The parameter should be same. The parameter should be same. Clear what I'm trying to show here? And let's try, it's a public. Can I make it a protected? Can I make it protected? No, it is not allowing. Can I make a private? No, it's not allowing. Can I make it default? No, it is not allowing. Public? Yes, it's allowing. Right? Are you able to follow me? What I'm trying to explain here? Let's assume I have a parent class as a protected. My parent class as a protected. That's what I'm explaining you, Money. You just try to understand. Still, if you have a doubt, I'll clarify that. Let's assume my parent has a protected. I'm able to make it a public. I'm able to keep protected only. If I'm remove, default cannot be accessed. I'm not able to make it private, but I'm able to make it public. I'm able to change. What does it mean? What does it mean? You can widen the access, but you cannot restrict the access. What is that? What does it mean? What does it mean widening, or what does it mean restricting? Let's see. Let's assume it's a parent class. You have a protected method, which is a protected method. Let's assume void add method. When it's come to child, one second guys. When it comes to child class, it can be protected, it can be public, before that let's see what is accessibility. Public means it is a public, it can have access from anywhere, from any class, within the class, outside the class, within the package, outside the package, we can access the public. I'll have a separate session for it. For time being, to understand this widening or restricting the access, we'll try to understand it. We have a specific section for the default modifiers, or the specific sessions for accessibility. Okay, public means it is accessible. It has a wide. It's a open to everyone. Private, it's a completely restricted. Within the class only I can access. I cannot access outside the class anywhere. It's a private. Protected. Protected will allow subclass. Till subclass you can do. It can be within the package or outside the package. Protected means the parent child, only one parent child. The parent protected can use by child. We'll see in detail. So I'm what I'm trying to show here, an access. I'm going to show an access, how it is getting restricted. and there is a default. If you define anything, default can access the same class anywhere, but you cannot access outside the package. We'll see detailedly. And actually this a default will come before this, but the default is a new type in the Java, right? So I have written it last. The access is public is a more accessibility, protected has a limited accessibility, which is can access in the immediate subclass, or outside the package also it can access in the subclass, you cannot access in the parent class. And private, it is restricted to the same class. When it comes to default, the default can be accessed in the same package, same class, anywhere in the same class. That we will see in detail. But for time being, we just try to concentrate on these three. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow, after tomorrow we don't have any class. Day after tomorrow, I'll explain more details about these access modifiers. Or if you guys anyone wants to go yourself, there is a good document in the drive, so you guys can have a look. Okay. Now see the accessibility here. I have specified as a protected. This protected has a less access than public. So what we are doing, we are expanding. We are expanding the access from protected to public. Yeah, go ahead and do. Not a problem. It will allow. I'm using the same type. Yes, it will allow. But I'm restricting it. I'm restricting to private. No, I will not allow. You can widen the access. You cannot restrict the access. This is very much important. This is an interview question. Are you guys able to follow me? Are you guys able to follow me what I'm trying to explain here? Okay. So you can widen the access, but you cannot restrict the access in the subclasses. And one question to you guys. You guys come up with the answers tomorrow. Can we override a static methods? Can we override a static methods? Can we override a static methods? This is a question to you guys. Can we override a static methods or not? You guys, yeah. I want an example, Ramya. I want an example. You guys tomorrow, please send me uh, an example. Okay. You guys have a drive access, right? You guys can keep in the drive, or you guys can send me that email ID you have, right? Okay. Tomorrow I want to see an example from you guys whether we can access the static methods. We can override the static methods or not. This is very much important. That is the interview question. Clear, guys? And if you see here, what I have done, this is a pen and this is a ball pen. It's a easy relation. I'm accessing, I'm creating an object with a parent reference. This is the object and this is the parent reference. This is an object and this is the parent reference, right? This is called dynamic polymorphism, and the overriding is called dynamic polymorphism. At the runtime, at the compile time, we don't know what is this method, who is going to call it. At the compile time, the ballpen dot write, I say the compile time doesn't know that whether I have to call the child or parent. At the runtime only it will come to know. The same way, I'm creating an object for child class by using the parent reference. I'm creating an object for child class by referring the object or parent's reference. This is called dynamic polymorphism. Your overriding and this kind of relations is called a dynamic polymorphism. What is the use of this? The use of this is loose coupling. Let's assume I have one more class. I have one more class called gel pen. I can go. I have written the ball pen, so I have created with the ball pen is done. Now the same ball pen can refer. The same ball pen can refer gel pen. Same object only, the same reference only. accessing different type of variable. So here the relation is your ball pen is a parent. I can say instead of ball pen, I will say pen. That will make sense. I'll make pen. Now gel pen is a pen. A ball pen is a pen. And tomorrow, after few lines, I may say something else. Who are extending the pen, ink pen, right? Or marker. So this is loose coupling. If I go ahead and create an object for ball pen, can I say B pen equal to, okay, let me create one more pen, gel pen. Okay. Can I say B pen equal to G pen? I cannot say this, but I can say, I can assign pen equal to ball pen. I can say this. I can say pen equal to G pen. I can say this. It will allow because it is a bigger vessel. Our pen is a bigger vessel. He is a parent. Our parent can refer me or my brother. It means two childs from the same parent. Our parent can refer or our parent can access any one of us. But myself, I cannot access my brother's property. My brother cannot access my property. But I can access or I can access my parent's property. My brother can access my parent property only. The same way here. So these are tightly coupled with their own class. These are tightly coupled with their own class. They cannot talk each other. It means that they cannot assign like this, or they cannot, going forward, B pen equal to new gel pen. No, we cannot do that. Clear, guys? What I'm trying to understand? I mean, what I'm trying to make you understand. Let's me take. I'll take one more example. I have a bigger vessel. I have two small vessels, which are the same type. Okay, I can keep these vessels into the bigger vessel. It will take. One time I keep this, it will accept. Other time I can keep this, it will accept. But I cannot keep these two, right? I cannot keep this A into B. I cannot keep this. Or I cannot keep my parent into my child. Child cannot access, child cannot hold a parent object because parent is a big, he's a big vessel, right? Clear, guys? What I'm trying to explain here. This is called, if you see, this is called a dynamic polymorphism or runtime polymorphism. A pen only. First, when I see the pen, it act as a ball pen. When I see after some time, it act as a gel pen. When I see after some time, it may act as some other pen or marker. Clear, guys? Same guy only acting differently, depends on the different object it is referring. This is called a dynamic polymorphism, and this is called a loose coupling as well. How we'll achieve the loose coupling? Tomorrow we'll see these two things. One is the access modifiers, and we'll see how we achieve the loose coupling. That's very much important. These two we'll see tomorrow. Do you guys have any doubts? If you guys have any doubt, please stay back and the others can leave for the day. Tomorrow we don't have a session. Next class, we'll see all these things in next class. Clear, guys? Any doubts?